Just a quick heads up, this video is not a financial advice. It's created purely for informational and educational purposes to empower you with knowledge and information. Before making any investment moves, it's smart to get proper financial guidance. And guess what? Gboshe don't just share content. He coach, guide, and support you on your journey to smarter investing. Let's delve to the weekly pre-market outlook.
Good day, first traders. Trust you all did well. So welcome to another section of our weekly analysis, cash print for the week. Alright, so this was the trade analyzed last week from TXY, expecting a confirmation entry from here to take it up to the upside. We got this breakout on Tuesday and then this retest. On taking the trader somewhere here at this point and taking it up, we notice this now. After reaching here, it started going back down. So which this indicates a change in trend. So instead of that, I consider this support this week. So we'll just go ahead and clean up this one, this leaving this already active. So now at this point where we get this reaction, this is a kind of breakout because the market is closing, the daily candle is closing below this level, and now it's indicating that this level might be broken down. So now where's the next support that we're watching out for? So you can see that this is also a kind of confluence of, so we can still be observing for any market manipulation just in case to happen at this point. But then if we should take this trade to the downside, where is the next support that we're watching out for? Just quickly look at it from the higher time frame. So you can see that this somehow makes sense that the market don't want to change trend because of this candle confirmation 1 week. So this is the next support. This is the next support. This blue line. Alright, so this is DXY, guys. So DXY is tumbling. So EURUSD, GBPUSD, the direction is clear, bullish. So let's look at EURUSD. Alright, so this is EURUSD. So now there were two projections last week that if peradventure, because market was here, if peradventure market gets to react at this point multiple times, then we got a break of chocolate like this and every test, then we could be sinking it down. But then the inverse happened. So let me just leave this. So and this was this, we say okay, if this just reacts to this point and then gives a good entry, then it could be a good target to this point right here. It could be a good target to the point. And this is what our market came down, reacted at this good support, went back up, and now this is a kind of retest and then it is pushing up. So we just quickly draw what we'll be expecting for the week. So now we can mark out that this is another level. We notice this is a level that has been tested multiple times, but now market is currently at this point. So slightly now for this week, we just want to expect a kind of breakout confirmation and then a final retest now to pull this market to the upside, and I think this will be more certain to take, right? So the entry can be somewhere here like this. So mind you, please, is to wait for confirmation entry because market can likely stop into this point. We'll be having the CPI news will be coming up this week, so it's a news that can spike to the downside or to the upside, or then you can just go bullish up here. So this is almost a 1:4.6 trade. This is the limit or the entry positioning target. This is what we're expecting the market to rebound before continuing higher. So after breakout here, retest and then continue higher right here. So this is another level to watch out for just in case. Alright guys, so let's look at GBPUSD. GBPUSD, you see, unlike what we did in EURUSD, we also had this like this, and then we had this again as well. So this failed and this worked. So now we expected the market to drive down a little bit and then start pulling up, which this is the overall target. So now looking at this now, market came up to this point, took down, and then start going up back. So what could we see from here? We could see that market is constituting another trend and a kind of uptrend. See, we could mark this like this, a kind of uptrend. and then this has rebound to this point. This is the overall target. So now we just mark out this level that this is the new resistance. You see, I can remove this now. So what are we expecting? Same projection from the Euro USD. We just want to see a good confirmation breakout and then a retest to this level. Boom, then we could possibly be driving it upwards. So now that entry will be around somewhere here. It might be a little bit down, but you just to wait for confirmation entry. So something like this, and then overall we'll be heading to this point. This is a 1:5 trade. It's a good trade setup, but then it's on like a kind of swing. It's on like a kind of swing. Market has not finally broken out from this level, because of the merge confluences from different zones like this. This zone is a confluence zone, but now because of this and market closing above, see the daily candle, market closing inside the kind of Mariposa candle within this level. So we want to just see what happens to get the first good confirmation breakout from this level, then expect a retest at this point. And now this retest can come maybe slightly further to this point, and then we're positioning for a good price to the upside. This is GBPUSD. So we move over to gold. XAUUSD. Gold the cash print. Alright, so this is this momentum. At this point, we're expecting a reaction at this point down to this point, but now if notice, market has been in this zone and it has been ranging around this zone. So now two quick ones. This is the first target, don't forget. So two quick ones. I'm expecting, I'm just feeling that gold are likely to do something like this and then heading back up. Yes, you can likely do something like this and heading back up. Why? Because this is a level. Notice this is a level. This is a level here. It might likely do something like this and then start reacting back up, then ultimately to this point. This is gold. Then first TP can be here, second TP can be here first for the meantime. But now, mind you, this also this reaction, if this also can still happen. And then this final movement. So now these two projections, guys. So how are we going to know if we'll be taking this one or we'll be taking this one? It's based on the confirmation the market gives at this level. So if market comes at this point and bounce severally, and then we get a structure, a change of character, then we could possibly be positioning to take it up, then to targeting this level. But then if market just sink down and just continue sinking that, when you see a good break of structure, then you just want to wait first, because you're just seeing a break of structure. You don't want to just follow the market to the opposite direction, rather you want to trade with the direction of the flow of the market. So we just wait for this to sink into this point, and then if this is the case, we take it up, but then we watch out for possible buys position at this level. Alright, guys, so you might still be here, but possibly I'm looking at this level here. Alright, so this is gold for the week. So let's look at the last one, US 100. Alright, so this was the projection for US 100 last week. We're expecting market to come to this point and then to get a reaction to the upside, but then this entry was not tapped. So I like retaining US 100 trade setup. So I'll just shift this like this for this week. So what are we expecting for this other week? Alright, so mind you, on Tuesday there will be CPI news release, and which is the consumer price index, and it greatly affects the US 100 as an index instrument. So now what are we projecting? That news might be something very wide. It might shoot up to the upside and then start dropping, but then might just do something dangerous like this and then start putting back up for the week. So based on that, we'll just go ahead and do our normal analysis. So now I'm still looking at this position, two levels now to watch out for. So now the entry is not just giving, two levels to watch out for, this level and this level right here. So how are we going to know if to buy from here or to buy from here? Based on market confirmation. And mind you, they just wait after the CPI news for the week to get overall direction in buying or in selling the US 100. US 100 normally it likes to buy, so yeah, normally it likes to buy. So just wait for a pullback and then position slightly. But as this is just shooting up, it is also very important to know when this trend breakout is ending. So just continue buying the market because the market is buying, and then when you enter it start dropping like it did here, or it start dropping, something like this. So just in case, you can be following up for more update on this analysis. All right, guys, thank you very much. So here on settings, which is Gboshe FX, just in case you're just watching me for the first time. Gboshe FX from the Let's Boost Academy, where we train and mentor traders on how to trade with structure and how to build account portfolios to stock capital, in a sustainable way, not just making money today and burning everything tomorrow, but how to build your account portfolio, returning capital sustainably. So thank you very much. See you for the next analysis video. Same time, guys. Thank you very much.
Thanks for watching till the end. Your time means a lot. If you found value here, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with someone who needs this. And when you're ready to grow with guidance, Gboshe FX coaching is just one step away.